When did you find out you were being manipulated the whole time? I'm 33, and my husband, well, soon to be ex, is 35. We've been married for 2 years, and even before we tied the knot, I was honest with him about one major thing. I didn't want kids, not because I hate them, but because I honestly didn't think I'd make a good mother. Childhood trauma does that to you. He always said he respected that and reassured me it was okay. He mentioned wanting children someday, but he told me he'd made peace with my choice. Fast forward to a couple of months ago, I started feeling off, tired, nauseous, missed my period. I took a test and yep, positive. My heart sank. I went to the doctor to confirm it, and that's when the panic fully hit. I live in a state where abortion is legal, and I seriously considered just handling it alone. But something told me to tell him. Maybe it was guilt. Maybe it was a need to just be transparent. I don't know. So I sat him down and gave him the news. I expected shock, maybe even a quiet, serious conversation, but he was ecstatic, like full-on beaming, hugging me, nearly in tears. He kept saying things like, "This is a blessing," and "We're going to be amazing parents." I had to cut him off. I reminded him of our talks, about how I never wanted this. He looked at me like I was speaking a different language. "That was a long time ago," he said. "I figured you'd changed your mind by now." I hadn't. Over the next few days, he tried everything. Sweet words, guilt trips, even begging. He said, "Don't kill our child." That one hit hard, but I stayed firm. I didn't want this. I couldn't go through with it. Eventually, I had the procedure. He barely spoke to me afterward, just mumbled, glared, and slammed doors. It was like living with a stranger. His mom, who I've always been close to, told me he blamed me, said he couldn't forgive me for murdering his child. At that point, I knew this marriage was over. I told him I wanted a divorce. That's when he finally exploded, yelling, accusing, throwing every hateful thing he'd bottled up right at me. I didn't wait for it to get worse. I grabbed my stuff and left. I've been staying with my sister since, but something kept gnawing at me. I was on birth control when this happened. I never missed a dose. I never messed up the schedule. So how did I get pregnant? I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I called his mom, my mother-in-law, and shared my suspicions. She was hesitant at first, but then said, "You know, he did make a weird comment once about taking fate into his own hands." With her help, I went back to the house while he was out. She distracted him for a few hours so I could check things. I went straight to the bathroom cabinet and found my old pill pack. Then I checked his browser history, and that's when everything made sense. He had searched things like how to tamper with birth control pills, how to poke holes without getting caught, and even creepy Reddit threads about trapping partners with surprise pregnancies. I even found photos on his phone, close-up shots of my pill packet, as if he was keeping track. I sent the pills to a lab for testing. Some had been swapped out with placebos. Others had been emptied and glued shut. I felt sick. I showed everything to his mom. She was horrified. She cried and told me she had no idea it had gone this far. Together, we filed charges. In my state, messing with someone's birth control without their knowledge is considered reproductive abuse, basically assault. With the evidence we had, the police took it seriously. He was arrested last week.